All right, welcome again to another episode of Free Code Friday. My name is Jason Bach, and this one I think is 10. Yes, it is, episode 10. So last time I was starting a new project called EditorConfigGenerator, and in this episode I'm going to continue on with some of my initial ideas with this generator. I am going to make this a short one, if at all possible, because it's late and I'm tired. So, encoding when you're tired is not a good thing. By the way, this is not alcohol. This is just water. So, I really don't drink that much in my life. Maybe just a beer, glass of wine here and there, but definitely not I probably will some night. I will be drinking some beer, but not tonight. It is not this night. So last I left off was this idea of giving a local declaration statement syntax, and this is when we use to create a mutable version of the node. Now that I'm thinking about this, with node, because if I remember right, I think a lot of these update with declaration with modifiers. So add node, well, I'm not adding it to it. I'm really saying update. Yeah, I think that's the right thing to call it. Not process. Let's call it update. All right. That makes me feel better. Naming is always the hardest part of the battle. Okay, so what we really want to do is return eventually. No, I don't want to do that now. Let's say, look at my notes again. So the node how do you do this? Fine. This is not a good idea to do this so late. And if anybody who's on the Roslyn team would be watching this, they'd probably just be laughing at me going, oh my God, you don't know how to do this off the top of your head. No, I don't. I really don't. Is there something with child? Yeah, child nodes. Yes. Let's list all child nodes. Where what am I wearing on? It's a syntax node. Isn't there a type? Rock, oh, kind, that's what I'm looking for, kind. And of course, I have to cast it because it's too stupid. Okay, so that gets me that. Now, I'm going to assume there's one of these, and I could. This is probably going to kick me in the butt because if I think you can do something like var x comma y is equal to 42. There's a way that you can say like var x is equal to 10. Or do you say int? But that's okay. The thing I'm getting at is I gotta be careful, because how are these actually... So there's a variable declaration, but the variable declaration there's a variable declarator. Okay, I was noticing there's the declaration, but there's a declarator. Like fields, you can do this too. You can do like multiple field declarations in one line, and I never do it this way. I just don't code this way. But this is the, see, it's a variable declarator. Now, how do I know if it's is var? Oh, because it's a that's right. The variable declaration either has a predefined, because you can't say int and then var. See, that's just bad. Now you see I'm getting like the pinkish stuff in there, and that's bad, because that's just bad syntax. But now that's cleaned up. Okay, so that's cool. So it's whether you do multiple or not, it doesn't matter, because it's going to say either you have the variable declaration syntax, or you have the identifier. Yeah, identifier name syntax. Yes, okay, cool. Thank God for the syntax visualizer. So the variable declaration is always going to be there, but now I have to say you're either going to have an identifier or not. So just because I'm tired, we're going to say identifier name off of the variable declaration child nodes single or default. Raw kind should be either a not syntax kind identifier name. Equals not assignment. Or it could be a predefined type. Now, if identifier name is not equal to null, then you return new it's a new of me, that's what I want to say. Would be nice if I'm actually returning that explicit thing. And it don't like that. So now I gotta rack my brain for a second here and go, how do I get it to be smart enough to say, you know, what you really want to do here is return the thing that you are. But I can't say that here, because I need to know the thing that you're subclassing from. What I want this to say is it should be this. Anybody also think, why am I not doing an argument null check here? Well, this is protected. This is internal to the stuff I'm doing. So I'm assuming, hopefully, I'm not a dummy. Could be doing something, really bad, but I'm okay making that assumption. Except this isn't the... Oh yeah, it will be, because this is going to be the new ones. And so actually... I want to make sure I didn't disappear and I got... Okay. Because the intent here now is to be passing in a new Boolean statistics where the statistics of course now I can't remember today. Else, I guess what I really should do, if I'm not thinking about it, identifier name really? Yeah, it has an is var in it. Identifier name syntax. Oh, but I'm not. This is a syntax. Okay, yeah. I am not getting it as a as that. I'm still getting it as the base type. You can't say single or default. That's not going to work. Oh, it does. That doesn't. Enumerable syntax. Child nodes doesn't say like child nodes of a specific type, does it? No, it doesn't. Okay. Again, there may be a way to guess it. I'm just being stupid right now and I can't think of it. But what I can say here is identifier name as this is var. There. Then I'm not being, and that's actually a safe cast. And what I really, I usually don't do this. Yeah, this is better to read anyway. There, okay. Else return. Yeah, because it's going to be false. If in fact, I don't even need to do that second search because my theory is that you're going to have either one or the other. So look for the identifier name. If you found it, then check it says var, which looks like it's always going to be var. If not, then do this. Okay. Now, what are you complaining about? Must be a, yeah, okay, so Sure, why not? I guess that works. So I can return the right thing. Okay, last thing I'm going to do, because then I'm going to stop. Yeah, I'm going to cut this short. Let's see if I can do this. Return. If that's true. Otherwise, do this. You don't need to return there. Yeah. Boom. So this all works, right? And I don't have any tests, but that I'm going to do next time. So hopefully what I've done here is I'm saying, if I give it a local declaration statement syntax, and I probably does it contain diagnostics? Like, I should probably have a check here to say something like, if it does have diagnostics that are at least of a warning or an error or something like that, then don't even bother doing this. Though I could make an overarching assumption that the code that you're giving me is true, but I can't do that. I probably should do something in here to say, because let's say I did something like this, var, and then I stop. Like, what's that going to do to the visualizer? There's an error here, right? There should be. Because it doesn't understand. It's definitely a compiler error, but it's not quite showing up here. So I think I'd want to be a little bit more defensive and say, hey, only do something with this node if it and everything underneath it is good. So if node contains diagnostics. If it doesn't, else return this. So you don't do anything then. You just return back what you have, and you don't. I don't know if that's the right thing to do right now, but it is a thing to do. So what I can do now is the next time I do this, I'll start thinking about how I can write tests around this, where I can take a piece of code, parse it, find a local declaration syntax, give it to this, does it give me the right things, start testing some of these things out, and be able to start building this up to see if I can actually get the right things that I'm looking for. So I'm going to leave it for now, but next time we'll try to get some tests around this, and we'll see if I can start going a little bit farther with some of these things and see what I can come up with. So thank you for watching. Comments or questions, put them in the comments section. Otherwise, that's it for now, and I hope you watch the next episode. See you later.